The definition of waifu is the direct romanization of the Japanese word for wife. Since then, the anime, video game, and manga community has coined the term as a virtual ideal female companion that a man or woman wishes to be with if she was real. And as an adolescent young man who suffered from 7 breakups, I've always had a fondness towards a lot of these female video game characters. There's probably at the very least one per video game series I played that I've always admired or adored, and I'm gonna showcase them and why I love them so much. If that's a sign of a deprived lonely man suffering from women issues, well, you're not entirely wrong there, but for real, I'm pretty sure that even you guys can admit that there are some female characters out there that look attractive as hell. And hey, if this video manages to get popular enough, I might even do a male equivalent, even though I'm not a fan. For now, I'll just focus on the Smash Bros. Characters represented in Ultimate and judge them for their personalities, actions, and attractiveness, cause, you know, I'm a shallow human being. So, in no particular order, let's get started. First on our list is Jigglypuff. I'd like to define Jigglypuff as the woman that always gets invited into these Smash Bros. Gatherings, solely because she was one of the first ones there. For that, I think of her as a bottom feeder. A bottom feeder that only sleeps and sings. She has no desire to be in, but always stays because it's tradition. I'm onto you, Jigglypuff. I see that fake smile of yours. You're just there just because you want to get the relevancy, because without it, you're just nothing but a squishy ball. Ivysaur. She can easily be summed up as the middle child of the three, the one that constantly gets ignored in the family and the one that ultimately gets close to no attention because her other 2 siblings are either badass or adorable. And as such, we can easily skip her because who cares about her? Squirtle, who's the youngest of the Pokemon trio, and what does being young equate to attractiveness? Well, aside from the possible pedophilia charges, it also means that you're into lollies. And I am not into lollies. Sorry, this is really not doing it for me. The fact that lollies in general are very immature, bratty, and bitchy, that is just a huge turnoff for me. So, Charizard is the oldest sibling out of the 3, and that makes her the most responsible one, always having to look after her 2 siblings and raising them to be better role models. And considering how I don't care about you, and I think you're an immature brat, I'm gonna pin all this blame on you. You taught them to be stuck-up assholes. You need to take more responsibility for yourself. Now I know what you may be wondering, wait a minute, how can you tell if these Pokemons are female? They don't really have any gender differences, so what makes you think that you can assume all of them to be female? Duck Hunt is 2 separate characters, potentially a third one, since despite their name in Europe, they're actually a trio. And while you guys may be into some foursome action, I'm a firm believer that a polyamorous relationship is a bad one. I don't know about you guys, but these 2, possibly 3, are the biggest thoughts I have ever witnessed. They're always together wherever you go, there's absolutely no privacy. Sure, you can tell a secret to one, but that doesn't matter because the other one just keeps listening away. Sure, it's fun to experiment with multiple people from time to time, but good god, doing it after months after months after months gets a little needy, clingy, and your dick gets sore every day. Pikachu. Well, this particular Pikachu happens to be female since there is a gender difference. She's a luchador, and the only thing I can think of when it comes to luchador is body odor. Pikachu is an active wrestler, willing to challenge others, work out to become stronger, very admirable. Now, if only she knows how to take a damn shower for once. Inkling! She's a very spunky girl with some nice looking trends. The Inklings are the type of people who knows what's hip in the current era. In other words, she's a millennial. And you know what those people are like with their Instagram foods and their emojis and their social justice movements. These are the type of people who do nothing but annoy the crap out of you on how oh so good their lives are. Ugh, it just irks me!
Wait a minute, Base. Aren't you born in 1996? Doesn't that technically make you a millennial?
Isabelle. Overall, her personality is very enduring and cute, with her always wanting to do her best in order to please everyone, and that's definitely a desirable trait. She's hardworking, dedicated, and always puts everyone else over herself. In other words, she's a communist. I know what you're planning, Isabelle. You can't hide your soft-spoken persona. You're just about to overthrow the government just as soon as the mayor drops off. I'm on to you, you little commie bastard. Nana, she is the sister slash girlfriend slash best friend slash all of the above of Popo. We don't know exactly for sure what the relationship between Popo and Nana is, but the last thing I want to do involving Nana is to piss off the Popo. Exhibit A, he wears blue. And his name is Popo. Peach is pretty much that annoying girlfriend who always wants to call you over and over again for that slice of cake every single time. Ugh! Lady, I need to make time for my own damn self. I can't always have to take care of you 24/7. I don't care about your pretty little face, your luscious blonde hair, or your big booty. Although I will say nice. It might be fun for the first couple of dates when we're hanging out and chilling on Netflix, but for God's sake, can you take care of yourself for once? Talking to female Corin is pretty much the equivalent of talking to a hippie. She may not look like the part, but she's always about saving people and bringing two factions together in order to achieve peace. Holy crap, lady, is there anything else you want to talk about for once? I don't even know your parents, and apparently you have 4? Listen, lady, if I want to take you out on a date, I want to talk about the things you like, not the things you want. I ain't made out of money, okay? Whatever you want, you're gonna have to pay for that yourself. Trying to get into Incineroar's pants is basically the equivalent of taking a girl who's clearly better than you. She's strong, dependable, and will always do everything you can do, but better. And by being reminded of that factor, makes me an insecure bitch. Look, the last thing I want is to be reminded of how emasculated I am, okay? I'm sure you're a nice person, I've even heard that you're good with children, but damn it, you're just holding me back from my full potential. You're like Goku, and I'm the Yamcha. And the last thing I want to know is the fact that I'm a damn Yamcha. Robin is one of those bookworm type of characters, someone you tend to ignore unless you actively search for her type. I like an intellectual woman. She can help me with my taxes, help me get insight on the current global climate, but I am also a lazy bastard. And the last thing I need is for her to nag about how I don't have a job, or how I'm not a productive member of society, or how I will never achieve anything in my life without her help and eventually kick me out of the household because I'm not pulling my own weight. Daisy is pretty much the more mature version of Inkling. She's stylish, spunky, and her tomboyish attitude can certainly get a lot of sporty-like men all riled up. But damn, is she so full of herself every time she says, "Hi, I'm Daisy." Yeah, sure, Daisy is independent and has a good form of free expression, but that also makes you an arrogant asshole. Instead of crediting yourself for all of your achievements, why don't you actually share some of that glory towards the ones that actually help you get this far? Seriously, you wouldn't get anywhere without the help of Peach. How did you get inside this game anyways? Lucario is one of those spiritual type of waifus. Think of her as like a monk, letting the free will of nature with her yoga poses and guidance of the wind or the trees or nature or something, I don't know. Okay, for real here, I've been joking about the aspects of every potential and or confirmed female character in this game and exaggerating the crap out of them, but I legit can't think of anything negative about Lucario. He looks like a furry, and I'm not a furry, so fuck that. Yeah, that's the best I got. What do you guys want from me? The Fit Trainer is a fitness instructor. She's definitely all about helping people get healthy, letting them eat vegetables and get some sunlight and vitamin D. But what if I told you that what she's doing is a lie? Just look at her skin. She's white as fuck. Don't you think about telling us to salute the sun when it clearly looks like you need some suntan of your own. You're pale as freaking Dracula. There is no way I'm gonna date a white chick. Oh, wow, oh shit, that sounded racist, huh? Oh crap, well, editor, we probably need to, rewrite the script here. Make sure you cut this out and make sure it doesn't actually stay into the final product. The last thing I need is for someone to call me a black supremacist. Here we have Greninja. Okay, hear me out here. I do kind of get how furries enjoy the sexualized depictions of their animal counterparts. The way they're interpreted, they can be sexually stimulating. I don't see what the fuck is sexy about a frog, though. Seriously, think of one anthropomorphic frog and tell me if they're sexy or not, because I can't find any. Does that make me a racist for hating frogs? Not necessarily. It's more of a preference, if anything. But hey, if you want to go by that narrative, the fact that I bashed on Wii Fit Trainer didn't really help me at all. Lucina is an honorable swordsman wanting to save the world from danger, always protecting everyone around her, her friends, family, and especially her father. And thanks to that, that makes her a daddy's girl. There is no way I'm gonna confront her without feeling a little bit awkward about her father. Clearly, he's the type of man who won't approve of my behavior. But how can I blame him? Lucina loves her dearest daddy way too much. How am I supposed to make a move if all she could think about is her dad? Chrom is a good-looking beefcake of a man, but the last thing I want to do is piss him off. You do not want to fuck with a girl's father. Pichu. She's a baby. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Now, I ain't talking about Squirtle, okay? With lollies, at least there's a chance that they can be legal, but Pichu? No. That is a literal baby. A literal baby. Why would you want that? You sick fuck. Wendy Okupa, she is also a child. Stop it, you pedos. I'm combining Zelda and Sheik as one character. Even though they have different movesets with their own character selection art, they technically are the same character, much like how Samus and Zero Suit Samus are the same person. These two characters have practically different personalities. Zelda is noble, regal, and willing to sacrifice her country for the better good, while Sheik is a badass ninja, quiet, clever, but has a softer side once you get to know her. While both of these characters may seem attractive in some way, they both have one major flaw. They suffer from personality disorder. Since these two characters are one person, it's not surprising. One minute she can speak Shakespearean tales of the taming of the shrew, and the next minute she has you at knife point demanding for more Twinkies. Yeah, that is not a healthy relationship at all. Speaking of Samus, she is a stern woman, willing to kick anyone's ass and everyone's ass. Her body is a slim figure with nice assets, good looks, and luscious blonde hair. But you know what else she is? A Nazi! Look at the second Metroid game. Her entire goal is to eliminate every single Metroid in existence, and that makes her a genocidal maniac. Say what you want about me not liking white chicks, at least I don't want them dead. What about you, Samus? Oh, so because you managed to save one while leaving this Metroid's brothers and sisters dead, you think that's perfectly okay? You're a lunatic, Samus. You're like a female Shao Kahn, conquering for the fun of it, you disgusting, evil little shit. Rosalina is such a great motherly figure, always caring for her Luma creatures and... Wait a minute. You're using your Lumas as ammunition? What kind of mother are you, Rosalina? Throwing away your children like that. You're a horrible mother. Sending in your children as soldiers? It doesn't matter who it is, you're just willing to kill all of them just for the sake of your safety? You're a sick bitch! Bayonetta, another great motherly figure who happens to have a nice body. A firm hourglass-like figure, beautiful hair, and that British voice. Nothing sexier than a woman with an accent. The thick black coat surrounding her body, skin tight and transformable to make her nude? She's perfect! Huh. Usually this is the part where I talk negatively about a person. Is this it? Is it possible? Have I found the perfect waifu? Well, according to the wiki, her leather suit apparel is actually her hair. In the first game, it's long enough to cover her entire body, but it seems as though in the second game, her head hair is not connected to her body, so... Where is all this hair coming from? Wait. Oh. Oh no. Oh no! Palutena, she is a goddess. A literal goddess. As in... Christianity. Now, I don't have a problem with every Christian I see on the block. If they say, love thy neighbor, I say, right back at ya, homie. The thing is, they don't exist. As the internet tells me, Christians is all about hating people for being intolerant of them, for being so different and how they'll burn in hell for any sort of lifestyle. They also have a thing against video games too, ironic how Palutena is pure definition of said video game character, so that makes her a hyperbole hypocrite. How am I supposed to trust that she's a goddess? Or if she even exists? Does she even exist? So, by default, she's disqualified just for being an impossible idealization of what a woman can be or is. And now we have our most recent addition, the Piranha Plant. Bitch got no neck. How is she supposed to perform a blowjob if doing so kills her from suffocation? Also, why do you want to get your dick sucked with those teeth? That shit'll castrate you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is every single female character in Smash Bros. I've managed to rate it. So, what did we learn so far from this video? All of your waifus sucked and you have bad taste in women. Happy Valentine's Day!